Well, I, for one, am saying Merry Christmas again. Thanks, President Trump. Donald Trump talks and tweets a lot. Like, honestly, a stunning amount. It's a whole lot. It's mucho, but you get the idea. I have spent a lot of 2018, a lot, reading the transcripts of what he says, whether it's on Twitter, in presidential addresses, or while he was on the campaign trail for other candidates throughout the year. It's been a thing. Now, whether you like President Trump or you loathe him, I can tell you that he has whatever the opposite of a way with words is. He just says stuff. Sometimes, if you are listening to or watching his speeches, you might miss how totally weird and nonsensical parts of them are. But I can assure you that if you are reading his words, as I have spent countless hours doing over the past 365 days, the utter strangeness of what Trump says literally leaps off the page at you. So, before we turn the page on 2018, I wanted to share with you the 10 wildest, wackiest, and well, just plain weird things that the President of the United States has said over the last year. Let's do this.
We have the worst immigration laws in the entire world.
This is Trump's regular refrain on the nation's immigration laws, which he insists have to be changed and made tougher. Of course, Trump is poised to sign a bill funding the government through January that has no more dollars dedicated to his border walls,
So I give myself an A+.
Throughout the past year, Donald Trump has been asked by interviewers to give himself a letter grade based on what he believes to be his performance in office. Now, most people, and certainly most presidents, would say something like, I don't know, a B or maybe an A-, to give themselves some room for improvement. Not Trump, A+. And he has even said he would give himself a higher grade than A+, if that existed, which it doesn't. I explored that very, very deeply in grade school.
We're all fighting battles, but I love fighting these battles.
Well, this may be the truest thing Donald Trump said in 2018. No one loves a fight more than him. If he isn't fighting someone, he feels like he isn't living right. He finds his definition by being against someone or something. And he often refers to himself as a counterpuncher, but there's no question he will start the fight when he thinks he needs to.
Do you ever have second thoughts about something?
Literally every second of every day of my waking life, which makes me very different than Donald Trump. He starts every day with not a care in the world for what he said yesterday or the day before, and whatever he does that day is the distant past by tomorrow. What a life!
The greatest phrase, I think, in the history of politics is on all of those red and white hats that I see out there. Make America great again.
Okay, quick rankings of the greatest phrases in the history of politics. At number 3, the only thing we have to fear is fear itself, from Franklin Delano Roosevelt. At 2, ask not what your country can do for you, ask what you can do for your country, from John F. Kennedy. And at number 1, drum roll please, Make America Great Again by Donald John Trump. Those are definitive rankings. You cannot disagree.
That just shows when you get good ratings, you can say anything, right?
This is Donald Trump's worldview, boiled down to just 12 words. His biggest fear in life and in politics isn't bad press, it's no press. Death for him is people no longer being interested in what he says and tweets, which is why he says and tweets so much on a daily basis. And when you're talking about an atmosphere, oceans are very small, and it blows over and it sails over. What a way to explain his skepticism about climate change, right? Trump must not have accounted for the fact that these very small oceans do cover 70% of the Earth's surface.
Even one of them recently said that President Trump made promises, but he's kept many more promises. I mean, far more than I made. Think of it.
Honestly, there's so much here. Where to start? First, Trump goes third person to refer to himself, and Chris Cillizza approves. Second, he says that he has kept more promises than he's made in his first 2 years in office, which I'm pretty sure is totally impossible.
We love winners. We love winners. Winners are winners.
Winners are winners. It's so true. I joke, but never forget that in Trump's mind, the ends always justify the means. If you win, you must have done the right thing. because winning is the only goal that truly matters.
So remember two things. Number one, I said we're going to be saying Christmas again. And number two, I said I was going to give you a Christmas present.
Donald Trump said this on February 5th, 2018. But man, it is so relevant right about now. Merry freaking Christmas. And that is the point. Read my entire list of Trump's top lines, 41 of them, over at CNN.com. We do this thing every week, twice. Come get fresh new content every Tuesday and Thursday.